According to the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, the divorce rate is 50% of the marriage rate. But why is the question?
Many Americans seem to just accept the nation's 50% divorce rate. However, there are proven methods to make marriages last, and whole communities can take advantage.
Shanti, come and meet your husband.
Now, wouldn't that be wonderful if we could actually change the person we're with? But that's the problem. Things aren't that easy. So what method should we use? Listen closely.
One method focused on recruiting and training couples with long-lasting marriages to become mentors, working especially with those about to marry. These marriage coaches help couples who want to wed take a premarital inventory, which can predict with 80% accuracy which couples will likely divorce.
Now that's pretty nice. 80% accuracy. So in case you don't know what a premarital inventory consists of, it consists of about 156 questions that the couple answers together, but separately. These questions range in marriage expectations, conflict resolution, sexual expectations, role relationships, family closeness, personality issues, family management, children and parenting, spiritual beliefs, couple flexibility, communication, leisure and activities, family and friends, couple closeness, family flexibility. So if you guys can pass that, you're probably meant to be together. Otherwise, don't do it.
You be serious when you stand before that preacher
Right.
or before God, and you stand by it afterwards through thick and thin.
I think that oftentimes people may marry each other for somewhat they believe initially may be the right reasons, but ultimately over time may end up being the wrong reason.
A lot of people just settle, like, for the situation they're in. They don't really find the right person. And maybe they kind of stem away from their criteria or what's important to them.
I think the divorce rate is high now because a lot of people don't stick it out.
Right.
And whatever problem that they have, they don't work it out.
In the honesty and the trust thing, if they're not honest and they're not trustworthy, first off, you got no business with them. Because they've got to have a good personality to, you got to be compatible, or those kind of run along together. Being compatible, the personality run, they kind of blend together, I think. Because if you're not compatible, you got no business together.
Okay.
My dad always told me, he says, you always hold your own.
Okay.
Don't ever depend on any man to do anything for you.
That's a good point, Tammy. But what happens when a man was raised to always take care of his woman? So here's where the conflict comes in at. Now, according to Bunny Finch, the divorce attorney in Houston, Texas, finance is one of the main reasons why couples get divorced. So why does she list finance as number 4? I don't know. Maybe because it sounds good.
To me, the most important thing is trust. Trust is, I think, the foundation and the part of a relationship that'll keep it and make it sustainable and give it that longevity that it needs. We're hanging out. Do we click? And another big thing, when we're together is one thing, when we have a great time and are able to be compatible together. And by also compatibility, I mean us trying new things and actually having genuine fun. Because you can be stagnant and try the same things over and over again. That gets boring over time. I guess instructed to understand when I was younger is that the man, as always, should take care of his woman.
Aha, so now we have a young man that was raised to take care of his woman. So what happens when he meets a woman that doesn't want to be taken care of? According to a Jet magazine article titled, "Money is the number one reason for divorce," and I quote, "The unequal division of money causes problems because control isn't equal. And sometimes he or she that controls money has what I like to call power. So a power struggle surfaces in the marriage, especially if the man isn't the breadwinner, which can cause him to feel less secure," end quote, and vice versa.
I guess if they don't meet the criteria for personality, I usually don't want to, like, be with them. So, I don't know, it's got to be number one. They got to be funny, I guess. Personality, like, easygoing for me. Compatibility, just Yeah, I guess I would have said before this past relationship I had just kind of the same interests, same views on stuff. Yeah, looks is pretty important, I guess, but good compatibility, and then got to be pretty good looking. But
Okay.
I guess it's
Not as important.
from the country. I don't have too many high standards, but I don't need my standard of living isn't all that high. But
Okay.
so it's not necessarily the most important thing. Especially I just gotta get along with the person.
Okay, so Steve thinks getting along with a person is very important. I do agree. But according to ProfessorHouse.com, family relations, and I quote, choosing a wife, choosing a partner in anything, whether business or romance, is about being able to see around the corners. You shouldn't choose a business partner just because you like them, and you shouldn't choose a wife based on the same qualifications. Building a life together is perhaps the biggest business decision you will make. End quote. But don't listen to me. Take it from Victor, someone who has had a successful marriage.
How well do you know each other, and are you really meant to be together? Just because you love each other, it doesn't mean you're called to be life-term partners.
I couldn't have said it better. This is a guy who appears to know what he's talking about. And you know what? His wife of 25 years is right by his side. Way to go, Vic. Let's move along to the next interview.
I just feel like if I don't trust you, that we have no purpose of being together. You should be able to talk to your significant other about anything. Like, y'all should be like best friends. I feel like we should make each other laugh every day, all day. I would try to help him as much as possible to get a better job, because I'm pretty sure he's capable of doing more.
Well, Taisha, I'm not so sure that we can be sure about another person's capabilities, let alone who they really are. But don't take it from me. Let's take it to someone that has taken the premarital inventory test.
The preparation process lots of times brings out areas that maybe they've never discussed before or thought about.
Wow, I couldn't have said it better. I mean, I really do believe that people just don't consider the things that they should consider when choosing to mate. I mean, there are so many things to find out in terms of marriage expectations, sexual expectations, conflict resolution, role relationships, family management, children parenting. The list goes on, people. I mean, but there's no sure way that we can be certain that a marriage will work out. But one thing that we can do is increase the probability that the one that we choose is the one that will last for a lifetime. So therefore, I believe that we all should take a premarital inventory test before we say I do. The way we say it in the South is look deep before you leap, and the premarital inventory test is one way of doing it.